Very happy to write your grandparents' recommendations, especially after this story. So happy Friday, everyone. My headline today comes from the New York Times: Why Some Seniors Are Choosing Pot Over Pills by Christina Caron. Older people are using cannabis more than ever. Here's what to know about its potential medicinal effects and side effects as we age. If anyone out there has a grandparent, forward this article to them. It's right on point. The senior wave is coming. Seniors are one of the fastest growing populations of cannabis users in the United States. While some older adults have used cannabis for decades, studies suggest that others are turning to it for the first time to help them sleep better, reduce pain and anxiety, especially when prescription drugs, which often come with unwanted side effects, don't work as intended. Baby boomers are 20% of the population and have 53% of the wealth. In 2007, less than 1% of people over 65 reported using cannabis. In 2016, that number rose to 3%. In 2022, it was more than 8%. The wave is coming, and it's not bras, dudes, hippies, or hipsters, it's seniors. Nancy Herring, age 76, has been using cannabis for her entire adult life. She describes herself as one of the hippies from the 60s, but it wasn't until her husband, now 79, was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease and dementia that she began to wonder about medicinal use. Doctors prescribed pills to help him rest, but nothing really worked, she said. At one point, he reacted so negatively to the medicine that he ended up in the hospital. Then they tried an indica strain from a dispensary where they live in Clearwater, Florida. Now, after one gummy and a hit on a pipe, her husband can sleep at night. Cannabis has not been studied well, particularly among older users. Meanwhile, as more seniors experiment with cannabis, they are evangelizing to one another about its benefits and sharing any problems they've encountered along the way. I have had dozens of patients who tell me that it has cured their various ailments, said Dr. Haley Solomon, a geriatric psychiatrist in San Diego. I think that it's really important to listen to them, to acknowledge that, and then to simply study it further. Steve Hickerson used cannabis sublingual drops for sleep, but said that they didn't help, so he's trying gummies, which seem to work much better. In the past, he felt using mind-altering drugs was morally wrong. I'm a Christian, he explained, but now, he said, I'm 79, things are different. Companies are capitalizing on the newfound interest. Earlier this year, Mr. Hickerson was bused to an event organized by Glass Houses, and he and 50 other people from his retirement community were offered cannabis products at a substantial discount. Older adult cannabis users need to be aware of potential drug interactions and consider how cannabis can affect cognition, coordination, and balance. Start low and go slow. Too many edibles can cause dizziness, confusion, changes in heart rate and blood pressure, panic attacks, and anxiety, and can land some people into the emergency room. The cannabis today, it's stronger. Ms. Verna, age 88, recommends going to licensed dispensaries that sell products that have been tested by third parties. You just need to educate yourself and not be afraid of things, she says. Many older adults end up with all these bottles of medicines, and I don't think that's necessary. The San Francisco chapter of the Brownie Mary Democrats has initiated a cannabis speakers bureau, specifically targeting talks for older adults. They are the demographic that might most benefit from cannabis. They are also the demographic that might boost sales and drive cannabis to be more accepted by mainstream culture. Could your parents or grandparents use cannabis? Have you introduced it to them? This is Dr. Jean Talleyrand for High at Nine News.
Man, shout out to
Dr.
the
T.
seniors out there. This is great news for them, Dr. T.
Here they come.
Here they come.
But stock your gummies, Jason.
I feel you.
Dr. T, this is so glad that it is more information is coming out on senior citizens. Back in 2017, I had a client out in Orange County, Bud and Blow. It's a pharmacy now. And we did I was with Baker Technologies at the time. We did a loyalty program specifically for the senior citizens because we found that 61% of their revenue from senior citizens. So we actually did a cool little diamond club for them. They can come in like once a month and smoke and then talk to the crew there. And they were all spending $5 or more just off of that. Elderly in America, not only is it better for them than the pills that they're but also they have stable income, fixed income. They got more. They're a lot more loyal than everybody else. But for some reason, everybody who enters the cannabis industry, on the retail side, wants to go the cool route. They want to go like everybody else. I think it's a great bit of information, and more people should be biting on it. This has been out there for a long time that senior citizens are moving towards cannabis. Is the continues to be. I think it's like the fourth year in a row. It's been senior citizen lane has been the fastest move in retail cannabis, whether it's medical or adult use.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it should be and marketing and advertising towards senior citizens. It makes great business sense. So I don't know why, man. Everybody wants to be a trapper. I'd like to see some trappers actually dedicating their business to the elderly.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody, grandma, grandpa, you got uncles and everything. Great. I know when I introduced cannabis to my grandfather, it changed the time that he was able to dance in 10 years. And he absolutely loves it. So yeah, reach out to the elder.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
They will be your best.
They will be. You know why? You don't got to worry about them robbing you or anything like that. In all reality, the only thing you got to worry about is if you run a tab up with them, they may forget how much they owe you.
Hey, do you guys find that they purchase more smokables like flower or concentrates, or are they purchasing the gummies and the topicals, the edibles and the topicals?
It's mostly gummies and topicals, but the weird thing about Bud and Bloom when we did, a lot more of them were dabbers than I thought. Like I can only imagine, some of these guys and gals at the elderly home. It's like all that oxygen that's in there, all those oxygen tanks. Mm-hmm. I think we had like 6 or 7 on the first trip because we picked them up from like a nursing home in a bus, and like 6 or 7 hardcore dabbers. I was like, I don't know if that's an Orange County specific thing or a California thing or what, but a lot more than I thought.
I'm with you, Rico. I've watched some seniors that have incredible tolerances to cannabis, whether it's edibles or any other type of delivery method, and I go as far to say that it's probably about a 70-30 split as far as seniors that have super crazy high tolerances into comparison with the seniors that just want to purchase a topical or something like less intoxicating type of
they've been dealing with pain for a long time.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Wait, you're saying that there's more high dosing, high tolerance users?
No. I think 30% of the senior market is people that want super high quality, super high strong, and I think the other 70% are people that are just being reintroduced to cannabis from their age, and so they're a little bit more skeptical, and so they want to ease back into that with something more. Like a tincture or edible, something more presentable than actually just smoking. But there is a decent amount of seniors that still want to smoke, still want to dab, and still want 1,000 milligram edibles.
That's an interesting split. Some of our data from the dosing projects is showing a similar group of high dose or low dose. It may be metabolism. Why you're seeing those high doses?
Yeah. That very well could be, Dr. T, and I'm extremely excited to hear that my anecdotal evidence is matching up with your scientific evidence. What do you think about that?
How rare.
Look at that. Common sense wins again. anything else from anyone on this? All right, we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna go roll it right into a commercial. Thank you so much for that, Dr. Talleyrand.